And speaking of the Eagles, bro, we got the next game on the list. Now we got Steelers versus Eagles. I know you got some news and notes. Why don't you break it down for me? What'd you see?
Bro, Dwayne Haskins, man. 16 of 22, 161 and a touchdown. I know this is preseason, man, but this guy was getting knocked, including from me. I thought this guy is just not taking the game seriously. That's what I felt from him. But 16 of 22, 161 for a touchdown, man, that's a great improvement. Mason Rudolph, 8 for 9, 77 yards, and Joshua Dobbs, 77 yards, excuse me, and Joshua Dobbs, 5 for 6, 30. So they all did good. In my opinion, they all did good. This is great to see this from all three quarterbacks because, Big Ben is only a matter of time before I think he's just an injury away or a Super Bowl title away from retiring. So this is good news for Pittsburgh. On the running back side of it, Jaden Samuels had 45 yards, 4.5 yards average to carry. That was a surprise for me, considering that I've seen a lot from this guy already. Anthony McFarland, 9 for 34, 3.8. They didn't really, Najee Harris had 2 carries for 10 yards, which is 5 yards a carry. That wasn't bad. So, and they actually gave Claypool the ball here. Dwayne Haskins had negative 5 yards. That could have, that's probably on some broken plays. I didn't get to watch this game, so I'm not going to try to guess what happened there. And then let's talk the wide receivers here. Wide receiver-wise, Deontay Johnson, three receptions for 41 yards. We got this kid, Rico Bussey Jr. with four receptions for 45 yards and 11.2 average per catch. Juju had three catches. Like I said, they're just trying to see what they have in all these guys. Pat Freiermuth had a reception for 6 yards. Najee Harris had 1 reception for 9 yards. So they're just trying to see what they have here. Remember, all this is going to cause is all these cuts that are going to come. I really don't know if anybody has been cut here yet. You're the one that's on top of that, Brandon. My bad, guys. For all you listening, I just had a baby, so I'm completely out of it. I didn't even get to watch too much of the games. I've been up all night. You already know, doing the daddy thing. So let's go over to the Eagles here. Joe Flacco, outstanding showing, 10 for 17, 178 yards and a touchdown. He's very capable of filling in for Jalen Hurts if Jalen Hurts ends up being a bust. Do not like that Jalen Hurts went 3 for 7 for 54 yards. I'm on the train with Jalen Hurts, but I want to see something way better than that, especially already working in training camp with these guys. There's no excuses for that. I hate making excuses for players. And, they picked up Nick Mullins from San Francisco. He threw 2 picks. Not good, probably against the 3rd and 4th string guys, so that's not good. He's probably getting cut if he didn't get a cut already. And I heard Kerryon Johnson has an injury to his knee. I don't know how serious that is, but we're going to have to look and see what's going on with that. Kenneth Gainwell, though, he had 2 carries for 14 yards. Okay, so you might want to keep your eye on that. And then the big question here, the wide receivers for the Eagles. Dallas Goedert had a good reception. He had a long one for 34 yards. That's good to see. Quez Watkins hot on the waiver wire right now, and I can see why. He had 1 reception for 79 yards and a touchdown. Oof, that's good for the wide receiving core. Jalen Reagor, 2 receptions, 20 yards, not bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely looking to see improvement though in this. I don't know how you felt about this game, but I definitely want to see an improvement from Jalen Hurts. And keep your eye on Kenneth Gainwell. Maybe this is not a fluke, and with the Kerryon Johnson injury, I don't know, guys. That looks like the running back situation in Philadelphia may be a little bit competition. Remember, they still got your boy starting there. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. But Kerryon Johnson going down makes that number 2 spot, gives it a wide open for Philadelphia. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Kerry, in my opinion, I don't think he was going to get the number 2 spot. You know what I mean? They grabbed him off waivers. Kenneth Gainwell is the guy they drafted. For all reports out of camp, it's either going to be Gainwell or Boston Scott. They're the ones getting all the receiving work. Miles Sanders is there. He's the starting running back, but it looks like he's going to be losing a lot of receiving work. We talked about it before. Jalen Hurts is going to be running the ball. These guys are going to be stealing receiving work. I've been out on Miles Sanders The game itself, and that's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for. Me and JP, we back each other up. I went ahead. I tried to watch every single game. The ones that I didn't get to see, I went back and tried to watch some game film on it. I agree with you. Haskins looks really good, bro. Really good. I bought him in a lot of places undercover for a nice super flex dynasty stash. Everybody left him for dead. He was super cheap. You could get him for a throw in. To be honest, I think you can still do that. So I would say, if you can, go, search up who has Haskins in your leagues. Maybe get throw a third round pick over there or some kind of washed up veteran player. And for these people who are not paying attention and they think Haskins is just some kind of scrub, you can get him thrown in. I think he's better than Rudolph and Dobbins or Dobbs, whatever's over there. So I think he's one Big Ben injury away or Big Ben retirement away for being the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I thought that was great. That was a great thing that you brought up there. Looking at the team, looking at the games, I think Deontay's the wide receiver one on this team. I really like Claypool. I know people are putting Claypool towards they call him Mapletron, but to me, he reminds me a lot of a younger Mike Evans, bro. He goes out, he's big body, gets the touchdowns, gets the big plays down the field. But Deontay is the one who's getting targeted. He gets the targets. This guy could be a PPR monster. He could get 100. He could have 100 receptions, and he's got more juice than, let's say, like a Landry who used to get the same kind of work. So if you mix those two together, you get a guy with juice and you pepper him with targets. This guy, to me, is the wide receiver one on this team, and he could be a wide receiver one this year at some point. So, and he's still an easier buy than you would think in Dynasty. So make some offers out there, see what you can get. But I think that you can get some good deals for Deontay. For Hurts, the one thing I didn't like from Hurts was that he didn't run much. You were reading off some box scores and noticed that you didn't mention once him taking off, and that's where we need to get the points from. As far as the throwing of the ball, he had a couple of wide receivers had some drops, so they're not all on him. I wouldn't read too much into the
Nice.
throwing of the football. He actually was on point on a lot of throws. He had that beautiful throw to Dallas Goedert that you mentioned, 34 yards. Watkins, bro. The one thing about Watkins, he got speed. He caught that one pass from Joe Flacco, but it was a screen. He caught that as a screen, and he went by himself 79 yards, weaving through traffic. So he's a cheap and easy ad. You can get him off the waiver wire, but I would just tell people, calm down, don't get too excited, because Devontae Smith is still coming back. You still got Jalen Reagor. You still got Dallas Goedert. Ertz was looking good, which is not good for Goddard. So they were actually both looking pretty good. So, Watkins might be a cheap and easy ad, but with all those weapons around, he might get thrown in the background. So don't spend your budget on him, and don't go trade him for him or anything like that. The one note I would add for a deep dynasty is Tyree Jackson. If you look at the throw, he caught a couple passes. This guy is like a Logan Thomas in the fact that he used to be a QB and they converted him to tight end. So in tight end premium, he's free. Stash him, stash him away because he could be something special in a year or two.
Okay. I really like what I'm seeing from Haskins, man. I'm really like thinking about acquiring this guy and starting to look for him. He's looking good, and I just want to say another thing about Deontay Johnson. I completely agree with you. The fact that he's doing this with multiple quarterbacks leads me to believe that he's already the number one there. Definitely.
No, definitely, for sure. And yeah, man, go. I would say just go out, see what you can get for Haskins. If you get a good deal, let us know. We'll talk about it.
Definitely.